relied on your silence because your silence kept them safe. And I think that you are feeling called to speak your truth to these people, or to stand your ground to these people, or to create boundaries with these people where you're not interacting with their bullshit. Like, their bullshit. And I think that you could be somebody that always saw through the bullshit, but you would go along with it because you were afraid of maybe their reaction, or you were just scared of stepping outside of this role that you were in. And I think that you feeling called to speak your truth is because you're seeing your worth. You're seeing that you're deserving of more than like the bullshit around you. So you raising your standard and like what you tolerate, it's gonna be offensive to these people. Just putting that out there. It's going to be offensive, but it's only because it's offensive to their false sense of reality. So when you choose to speak out, or when you choose to set a boundary, you're basically telling these people their reality is not true. So you telling these people that their reality is not real is offensive because they've built their whole entire life creating this reality. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's like, I don't think you're wanting to like live in a false reality. Do you know what I mean? So I think that you are somebody who has, you have a depth to you that you, it's almost like it feels like you live in your own reality in these people's reality. That might make sense to you, but it's like I feel like you were the strings tying this false reality together. So now that you're somebody that you're thinking of stepping away, or you're feeling called to do this, or you already have done this, you're breaking away that false reality by choosing to step outside of it. And it's upsetting to people because they don't know what to do with this. It's like they get mad because that's their life, is false reality. And it's honestly sad, but it's not your problem to deal with, it's theirs. And I think that could be something that you've been working on, is like letting go of these people pleaser tendencies and letting yourself feel comfortable enough to choose you no matter who it makes uncomfortable. Because you're not put in this life, you're not brought into this life to live a lie, to live in something that doesn't feel right for you and that doesn't feel true to you. And I think that could have been conditioned to do this so it just feels normal, even though deep down you know it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, especially like if this is family. Like, I know those of you who relate, who've grown up in a dysfunctional family, like, we all had to be in that role where it's, you know, pretend to be family, right? Even though there's clearly fucking dysfunction, there's clearly one person who's fucking crazy, or it could be multiple people, it could be both parents or whoever the freak it is. It's like you pretend, even though the reality of it is like, no, this is actually literally so insane and not normal. And there's this sense of like awkwardness, uncomfortableness. It just feels very you literally can't even be yourself. You have to wear a mask. So you could have been someone that literally had to wear a mask your whole entire life because that was how you had to interact in your family. And now that you're wanting to step outside of this, it's like kind of discovering who you are outside of this mask. Because when you have to wear this mask, you kind of carry it out into other places. So I think that you're kind of stepping outside of this, or wanting to step outside of this and see who you are beyond this falsified reality. And just being like, you know what, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying you have to like hate your family, feel however you want to feel, but it's more about just like choosing you, because you deserve to live a life free, authentic to you, not something where you have to conform to other people's freaking delusion. Because that's literally what it is delusion, you know, the people. And it's honestly sad, you know, if it is a family dynamic where one parent's toxic as fuck and the other parent's kind of like an enabler, or if it's two toxic parents, it's like, whatever the case is, it's sad, but that's their choosing. They're choosing this. And even if there's, you know, obstacles in their way, it's not your shit to deal with. So if anything, you deserve to step away. You deserve to, if you feel called to call it out, call it out. But whatever feels comfortable and most safe to you, I just think that you're ready to break away from that bullshit and literally remember who you are. Card coming out, like, remember who the freak you are and discover who the freak you are outside of the bullshit.